program National Agenda. As you are aware, National Agenda is a current affairs program of the DITV Alheri Radio. Of course, it is a program that dwells on a topic of the day. Today, we are going to discuss the relevance, the significance, the value, and of course the need to vote Labour Party in the country. And with me in the studio to discuss this important aspect is Alhaji Ibrahim Hussein Abdul Karim, Director General, Big Tent Nigeria. Abdul Karim, you are welcome to this program.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Yes, let us first of all discuss about what do you mean by Big Tent Nigeria? I'm sure it's big to many Nigerians.
No, it's a very known association or group of eminent Nigerians, and there's so much belief that they can put their weight. At the time, we used to call ourselves to bring the third force, and also to clear Nigerians to understand that we have issues that we have to solve on our own. And then we are Nigerians, and from Nigeria, from all walks of life, people that have that Nigeria at heart, not really just young people, but all across ages. We're just trying to see Nigeria through the eyes of patriotic citizens, people that feel that something is wrong and we have to put it right. And one of the things that I so much love about Big Tent is the passion in which you see leaders that felt that we have done wrong, maybe we have not stood to, or we're not risen to the level of commitment we're supposed to give the nation, and they feel the nation is going adrift. So in trying to create what is called the third force, fortunately now it become the main force in the country for us to drive the kind of Nigeria, and also to bring into people's senses that it's really nice to have a country. So it's just like a revert for a new Nigeria.
That's good. Okay, let's, well, of course, go into the program directly. As a northerner, why do you prefer to pitch tent with a party, Labour Party, for instance?
You see, if you said Labour Party is not just a creation of today. It's not just a creation of Mr. Peter Obi or creation of Dr. Ahmed. It's been with us, Labour Party, and if you know, even in the UK, we have a Labour Party. And if you check out and look at what engine runs the country, is the Labour that runs the country. Organized unions, trade unions, NLC, Labour workers, these are the people, even people working on this environment here, they are all Labour people. So what we feel is that if you have an understanding, instead of them to be going on strike all the time, pushing government between them and government, why don't have their own government? For example, if ASU has to go through strike to get what they want, why not ASU, the student and the parent of the student, come together, put up their charter of demand, put it into the party, give it to Mr. Peter Obi, and then win election? So instead of him to be referring to 2009 signature of another president, said that this is our agreement with that president, but this is our new charter of demand. This is why we must do. So the same thing, if Labour Congress has to go out to now demanding for increase of minimum wage, increase of condition of service of why not be in the Labour, sit down, iron out all these things that you need, and form your own government. And you can form your government, you can even just, not just only Mr. President, you can get legislators and tell them, okay, we are going to vote you if you agree to table this legislation for us in the National Assembly. So that all this issue of what they call them doctor strike will all solve the problem through the Labour Party. So I think Nigerians are not looking at the Labour Party the way we're supposed to look at the Labour Party. We are looking at the Labour Party just like APC and PDP and other political party, that the big wigs, some people that have money take care of the party, put this money to the hands of this, and then people take money down and then run it, and then you come to delegate, then you buy delegate and you become the gubernatorial candidate or senatorial candidate, and then you do election, carry your talks and win election. No, what we want to install is that this is the beginning of what Labour Party will be in the future. So what we want to start with 2023. So let's see from 2023, let's see how we are going to mold this party. Now I think everybody is talking about the LP. Everybody is talking, it's already in people's tongue now, LP. Before it was not, it's not a party that everybody is talking about. So this is what we want to do, and this is what we want to go towards, why we pick Labour Party to be the vehicle, because you can't win election if you don't have a vehicle for you to participate.
Okay. You pitch tent with Labour Party, which is a clear testimony that you are not satisfied with perhaps the so-called big wings political parties. What is your take on that?
Yeah, actually, I was part of APC. A lot of people that are watching us are part of APC because we thought that bringing in APC is one of the greatest things that we can do for Nigeria to take off PDP. And the creation of APC is just solely because of the wrongdoings we have seen for the 16 years of PDP. And then we want APC to bring in somebody that will come and ask questions for us. There is question related to the 16 billion naira people are asking of the we have questions regarding the sponsors of Boko Haram. We have questions why our panels are not working. We have questions on the issue of why the naira was climbing, depreciating with the dollar. We have a lot of questions at that moment, and we thought that if we stop, if we use our power as Nigerians and voters to remove the incumbent and bring in another party, and then we will get to where we want to go to. And then I can remember in 2014 when Fashola was doing one of the programs saying that Nigerians try to vote in APC. And we promise you, if you are not satisfied with Red APC, do vote us out and bring another. That's the only time politicians will respect the PBC. So I think we have reached that level now. If we're not satisfied with me, I felt I'm not satisfied with what I'm seeing today, because there is more additional questions. More of recent, the question of CBN governor going to court to get an injunction to stop DSS and EFCC for arresting him. I think up to today that I'm talking to you, I cannot even understand. In a government, you will see a CBN governor being challenged of sponsoring terrorism. Up to today, it's something that I can't understand. So I really want us to have another government separate from APC, separate from PDP, to help us ask these questions of what really happened. Why the refinery refused to work? What happened to the strike of ASU? What happened to 109 billion stolen by an accountant general of the Federation? What happened with why some corrupt people have been released? Why somebody have a pipeline attached to Nigerian pipeline, take up to over 4 kilometers of saponin oil on a daily basis? And why is our subsidy grew to that level of 61 million liters per day? And then who have been paid that? Because General Muhammad Buhari once said, who is subsidizing who? So we really want to find out, even because he came in, we thought he would tell us who is subsidizing who. But up to his last speech of yesterday, we didn't hear who is subsidizing who. So I think it's good for us to bring somebody that is competent, somebody that is young, somebody that is have the energy, somebody has done it in his state, somebody that is prudent, somebody that has empathy and compassion, somebody that we think that will stand to the needs of Nigeria, which we have seen in Peter Obi and Dr. Baba Ticket. And we feel that we can give them a chance for us to ask these questions for us. And it's very clear to us that are supporting them that if we give them this mandate and they failed on that mandate, we will still keep on searching for that person that will give us Nigeria. I think it's an opportunity given to General Muhammadu Buhari to stamp his name and also be that great leader that everybody is talking about in the world. But they failed, killings even yesterday, kidnapping even day before yesterday. So I think the primary importance of government is the protection of lives and properties. So no matter what you do as a government, if you do good road, is for you to protect life and property, because a bad road can kill people and also damage their property, like vehicle and also their investment they are carrying around the road. If you do healthcare, you are protecting life and property. If you do security, police is working, is protecting lives and property. Any other department you can think of in government, including EFCC, ICPC, whatever you can think of, is just to protect lives and property. So if you think, for example, Castilla and Kaduna, they are just trying to protect lives and property. So that's the reason why government is established, for the welfare of the people. So any other achievement that you can talk about any other person that is governing is not about how many IGR he has, how many, no. Just do the, what is the Human Development Index that is being defined by United Nations or by any world standard, that this is what a life is supposed to be like. But look at our interior and see, and then look at the people in not only in Kaduna, all over the nation. Everybody is crying. If you don't have a person that has been kidnapped, maybe you yourself have been kidnapped. so the danger is just by our doorstep, and every Nigerian is worried about this. We want to see a Nigeria that works not for few, but a Nigeria that works for all.
Okay, let us talk about the popularity or acceptability of Labour Party. Recent endorsement by former President Olusegun Obasanjo identifying the candidate for the Labour Party as his choice. Would you say is a testimony that the acceptability and popularity is adequate?
No, if you read his letter, he'd make it very clear, more especially to the young people. I think this is where a lot of people are missing the link. You understand? We have two major parties that have a very toxic ticket, that in the future a young person will be, for example, Atiku and Tinubu are all 70 years and above. I'm just 40 something. If I'm going to be 70, I'm going to run into, or I'm going to participate in 7 additional elections. Them, how many elections are they going to participate again? If you bring in a toxic ticket, which every party has been given opportunity to make sure that they put up a ticket that is humane, a ticket that all Nigerians will feel they are comfortable with it, but they refuse. So it's not the problem of Labour Party or the obedience movement or the obedience, is the problem of those parties that tries to create that division within the system, between the party. And also they went to buy in the ticket, not to allow even the delegate to decide based on Nigerian unity for them to do. And then, like for example, let's take the issue of, for example, the Muslim ticket. The Muslim ticket, people are saying in APC, is a strategy for you to win. In election, it's not about winning. In election, is about you uniting your country, having citizens that you guide to where you want to take them to. If you win and we are all dead, or you win, we are all divided, what division of democracy are you going to give us? For example, if I'm a northerner, I'm from Sokoto, I was born in Sokoto, grew up in Sokoto, and we are talking with one of my friends, and I put this question to him. I said, okay, assume we have passed this issue of Muslim ticket, Tinubu won, he do his term with his Muslim candidate, whatever. I asked him, how is he going to do the transition after his governance? Which part of the country is he going to hand over to? He said he's going to hand over to the north. He said, is he going to hand over to the north to another Muslim? He said, yes, of course. So I said, Muslim has finished from 8 years. We go to another 8 years from a Muslim ticket, and we come back to another Muslim So that's mean 8 plus 8. So that's mean the Christians, which happens to be our brothers, which we work together with them. So we are going to stay 24 years for them to even start thinking what type of president. He said, so no, I said, no, it's not a problem to me. I said, okay, we can wait. Christians will wait after 24 years for them to come back to. I said, okay, let me ask you. So I asked you, I said, okay, so if the person that now Tinubu endorsed, a Muslim from the north, take a Christian to be his running mate, and then within the period of, let's say, 2 years, the Muslim brother died.
Yes.
Now the Christian take over, and now for the feelings of what happened to him, he decided to take a Muslim, where a Christian from the north, as his vice, because at that time there's not going to be election.
Of course.
He's just going to choose. So he now decided to go to Adamawa, for example, and said, I'm going to Adamawa to take a Christian, or Borno to take a Christian, or Kaduna to take a Christian. And he's a Christian from the south, so that I will do Christian ticket because of what Tinubu has done for us with his APC system. So I asked the other Muslim, my friend, I said, how are you going to be? He said, it's never going to happen. I will break in this country. I said, so why are you doing it to somebody now? If you feel it's bad, then why are you supporting it now? Because you and me will not be around to explain to our children that we are the ones that supported this program to start at the first place.
Yes.
And also I said, why I see is a toxic this thing. Because, for example, if now we allowed it to continue, then we don't know what is going to be in the future. There are some people that don't like this country from outside, and they are using them as a fifth colonists in the system. For example, during the slavery, it's not the white man that is catching the black people and selling them to themselves. No, it's a black person like you that feel that you are a commodity, and he sells you to the foreigners, and they take to the whites. The same thing, that is what is happening today. There are some people that are stealing our oil, stealing our money, stealing everything that Nigeria has, killing our leaders. You understand? But what we need to ask as of today, if these leaders, we now say everything is okay, you understand, and we don't fight it, then they will use this Muslim ticket and anger a section of this country. For example, if they feel that, for example, what is happening in Kaduna, because the southern Kaduna people, God has blessed them to feel, to take the weight and feel not to fight. You understand? But
patriotic there.
Just to make sure that at least they are Nigerians, and carry where they will take their anger to what? To the presidency, and tell this is what is happening to us, even though you know how the structure is. But now think of now, as a Christian, then something start to happen. Maybe after the Muslim ticket, the pastors and the imam, where the pastors and the Christian leaders, how will you feel, and how will you explain to people when everybody is watching and looking at when this thing happens? Because now, for example, the pain will be in two folds. And also us that have friends that are Christians, how are we going to look at them and talk to them? We tell them that it's all about politics. It's not about politics. You can't do politics to one single person life. That's what people don't understand. That's why in US you see people will come up to talk about a lot of things when one person is being killed or have problem with the system. So that's what we say. We're supposed to see ourselves as brothers. In neighbor, when we say somebody is your neighbor in Islam, it don't have to be that person is your same religion with you. If you say it's a neighbor, in Islam they said he has 3 haqi. That means he had 3 distinct obligation on you. Which is say if he's a brother, he has 3 obligation. If he's only Muslim, he has 2. If he's a Christian, he has 1. You understand? But God relates that person to you. And in Islam, God said, I have created you into male and female, into nations and tribes, to know each other. So if you keep isolating this system, how are we going to know each other? This is, I'm just talking about the toxicity, how toxic this arrangement of this Muslim thing. People are supposed to reject it. We're supposed to reject it. And we have, even if you don't like an Igbo person to be your president, we have other 16 political parties. So I have not seen a difference between somebody that is pushing this toxic ticket and also the people that are saying that give us anybody to lead us, even if it's a dog. As our party, we will follow him. What's the difference from you and this other people? And now I'm calling to young people, leave this matter of this division to these old people. Our own generation, we have to understand that we need a path for our future. These our children are already there. There is nothing that can change this country. There is nobody that can put one religious spirit to another. We have tried this thing. Let me tell you, in the 80s, when we started, our brothers started, what do you call it, Izala location. Well, by now, I thought there is going to be no single one Arika. But when Ayrobochi is doing his program, I now sit down, I have this, I say, so if with all the kafir tamutane, with all the level of karatu, I thought by today, you will not see one single Arika. How many years? More than 30 years. In the next 100 years, you will see Dan Tariqa and Dan Sunnah in this part of the country. The same thing. There is the same thing. All these people talking about Islamization, Christianization, let me tell you, nothing is going to happen. That one is just a creation of the British or the people that are just don't want us to stay, so that they keep on stealing things from Nigeria. But in the next, even no matter how angry you are with a Christian person, no matter how a Christian is angry with the Muslim, in the next 100 years you still Christian and Muslim in Kaduna, you still see Christian and Muslim in Nigeria. So what we need to do is that leave our differences by the side. Look at what is called politics of development. What we need to go is to move forward. This telephone that is in front of you, we don't care who built it. The studio here, we don't care who built it. It's just something that we want to exercise our own activities, and we are here doing it, and it is doing for perfectly. That's development. The handset you have, you didn't care who is it, a Christian or Muslim. If you are going to Saudi Arabia tomorrow, you don't care whether the pilot is a Muslim or is a Christian. What you care is about is a good pilot, and he has hours of piloting, and he has a certificate, and he is competent to take you to Saudi Arabia. It will never nullify your deen because you transport yourself through a Christian pilot.
Okay.
Or you go to a Christian hotel and you sit. It will nullify your destiny. So what we are thinking of people is that in Labour Party, and what Peter Obi and Obidati ticket is bringing to us is for us to make sure that at least we remove this religious sentiment and also remove this what they call it, the division, and also unite ourselves, work together, be in the farm, a Christian, a Jukun, a Muslim, farm together, create missionary, mechanized farming, do whatever you want to do for our children to have a conducive environment for them, because average Nigerian, his skills and also his brain is not like any other person in the world. Okay. We are one of the best people, but we have a very bad condition for us to make sure that we exercise that skills that God has given to Nigerians.
Okay, let us discuss about.
But I didn't talk about the toxicity of the PDP ticket too.
Well, we will come to that perhaps. Let us look at the Peter Obi. With Peter, you pitched tent with him. Unfortunately, allegedly, I mean, he was dented or accused, of being anti-North, and again, vis-a-vis, many view Labour Party as equally a Christian party. I don't know.
I give you an explanation. Let me start with this one. You said that it's a Christian party. That's why I started with it. It's not even Peter Obi that started to do Labour Party. He was not even on Labour Party. He came from PDP. You understand? And us as young people, we start to look at among all these presidential candidates, and with all the anger the Nigerian youth already have, enough of Sonoff and SARS, whatever, any agitation, ASU strike, NAN strike, you understand? A lot of people that wants to go out, NLC strike, you understand? But people, what they just normally does is that just look at the four leading parties, for example, and just decide, okay, where am I going to put my change? Who do I think is competent to understand these feelings and for us to work together? So if we decided to take, for example, let's say Konkoso is the reverse, is the Reverend Father that is the contesting, and then Konkoso is his deputy, we may end up today being in an MPP, because we just want a system that moves the presidency to the south for fairness and equity, and also for us. But now today, what we have is Labour Party, and also the traction that is coming from the church is a provocation of those two toxic parties, the two toxic tickets of APC and PDP. If today APC is given to Faimi Kaimi, for example, or Rotimi Amechi, or example, Vice President Yume Oshibanjo, Labour Party may not get the traction that is having today. The churches will not be going to Peter Obi, because it's not him that is going to the churches, the churches that is going to him, because they want to have an asylum. You get what I'm saying? Yes. So it's the provocation of the tickets. And for example, if PDP have given the ticket to a southerner or a southeast person, or to even Mr. Peter Obi himself, because he contested there, today maybe the distraction will be where? Will be at the PDP. It's not going to be at so it's not an issue of him being a Christian party or whatever. It's the traction that he's getting to being the only Christian candidate, strong candidate on the four major parties. That's what is happening. But it's the politicians that are trying to make it look like it's something new. It's no, it's a provocation. In kai wani abu da Hausa ko a gida kai wani abu, wannan abun da kai shi ke kawo wani tunani. So it's your action. When he wants somebody, that triggers they trigger the church. It's not the church. It's not the other way around. And the issue, politicians. Why even pitch my tent? I have a very long conversation with somebody from PDP, and it's a Muslim. It's from the north. And this is the question I asked him. I said, today, what you are saying about Peter Obi, assume you are saying that he hates the north. Why did Atiku choose him to be his vice president in 2019? I was a candidate, vice president candidate with Atiku. Why did Atiku take him? Atiku fully knowing that the only thing that will be against Peter Obi becoming president, if he becomes president, is just the breath. That means if Peter Obi is dangerous to the north, and he picked Peter Obi and make him his vice president, knowing that if he dies within the system and he's 70-something years old, anything can happen. And Peter Obi is the most dangerous, as people are trying to tell us, is now going to be the next president. It makes no sense. Atiku chose him because he knows he is competent. Atiku chose him because he knows he is somebody of character. He chose him because he's somebody with integrity. He chose him because he's one of the best Southeasterners that he sees around. And then he even picked him without even consulting anybody. And when they are angry, he said, this is my best choice and I want you to defend me on that. So I'm asking people, the 12 million vote that PDP gave to that, did they want to tell us that they gave the 12 million vote knowing that there is a dangerous person on the platform? The way people are saying that Shetima is a dangerous person and they're still going to give him that particular vote? So that's the question I always try to ask people. If you feel that somebody is dangerous and you still feel that it's okay because it's your own person from your own side that is championing the ticket, that means you are not being just to Nigeria and you are not being just to the system. That's my way of seeing it. Okay, let's go and ask.
Yes.
Mr. Peter Obi asked, he said, if there is anybody from the north, you understand, that felt that he said that he's going to give ID card for the northerners. He said, if you bring every ID card you bring, I'm going to buy it at the cost of 200,000 or 2 million naira. So up to the day we are waiting for people to show us the ID card. He said during that time he wanted to protect them. That's what he said. He said he wanted to protect the northerners that are coming to the east. He wants to know their idea. He wants to know they are around, so that at least if anybody kill any one of them or damage anything that belongs to them, the state will take responsibility. If the people of Anambra knows that the state is taking responsibility of any person that you kill that come from another part of the country, they will stop the killing. So, but people, because it's politics, they twist it around. But we know Lagos have done ID card. We know Kaduna is doing ID card. But we don't want to go there. Allow them to say whatever they want to say. Let's come and see. If somebody is coming from the southeast to Kaduna, for example, how did it happen? His brother will invite him to come. When he comes, he will house him in his house, and we take him to his shop. He will do his apprentice in his shop. After the shop, he will go back to his house. He will never become a nuisance to the society. When he finish, he will give him money as what? As his freedom. Then Allah, is it like that, or it's not like that in the north? It's like that. Even if he's taking him to Ilela, he will still invite him through somebody. But us in Nigeria, in the north, that we are saying that Peter Obi don't like the north. Is it not us, the northerners, supposed to love the northerners? Is it not us? It's us that are supposed to. How many of our big men that are staying in Lagos, that when somebody is coming from the north, they will invite him to come? Go and see the kind of media job that we are doing in the east and in the east. Yankan Akefa, Megadi, Kekena Pep, Koblin. You understand? This is our work. Come and see them here, selling spare parts, having pharmacy, selling. This is what they are doing. So we can compare, unless we decide to love ourselves as northerners and see to help our own brothers to do whatever. Go to Kura irrigation district. You see Igbo people buying tomato. You see Igbo people buying rice. Go to Dawanau. Go and see how many Igbos are invested. They even invest money on the land before you even start harvesting. Some of them have big farms in the north that they are employing our own people to farm, while our own people, the so-called people that we call them, apart from competing in building big houses in GRE, what else are they? And taking their children abroad to go and school. What are they doing to the north? The problem of the north is the north. The problem of the killings in Zamfara, they have a governor which is not Emeka. The killings in Sokoto is taking place not because they have a governor that is Obi. People are dying in Katsina. They don't have a governor that is going Ogochukwu. Their governor is Aminu. The Katsina is Aminu. The Katsina in the Bello Matole is Bello Matole. And who are the ones killing? In Lagos, it's called Bello Turji. It's a Fulani man that is killing people. It's not a gang of Igbo people. This Bello Turji will kill 40 people in one day. Everybody in the north will keep quiet, including the imams. But when Igbo kill one person because he's an IPOC, we start to go to radio station and fight. And I ask somebody, why are we doing that? When he say, that one is not us, it's a tribal killing. I don't know what the name of this one. If you kill 40 people, I don't know what you call them. So crime is a crime. We don't have to put a name or a tribe behind the crime. Let's see ourselves. Let me tell you the truth. Somebody that is Sokoto supposed to be protected by General Muhammadu Buhari as the president of the country under the ruling party of APC. The person in the east, whether it's an easterner or it's a northerner, is supposed to be protected by General Muhammadu Buhari, who is the president of Nigeria and also an APC party. So in anywhere there is a killing, there is nowhere we are supposed to attribute it to any other person, because Peter Obi is not even a governor. I don't even understand why people are confusing us. You understand? Why are you confusing us? Why are you, they call it gaslighting. Why are you gaslighting us? Why are you trying to push that is the problem is the poor masses?
Polarization.
You understand? You are even trying to show us that sometimes somebody said is the sin of the poor that is putting. Go and see other countries that are more sinners than us. There is no place on earth that God is being praised like Nigeria. Now if they call prayers for Maghrib or Subhi, you will see every man leaving his bed to go and pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Nigeria. There is no place, I told you, including Saudi Arabia and others, I can bet you will not find where people praise God like Nigeria. The same thing in churches, even in Jerusalem and Rome, nobody praise God like in Nigeria. And God will never let us to keep on suffering. He knows the reason why he gave us all the materials we need to be the great nation in the world. And we, by special grace of using Peter Obi and Labour Party, we'll reach to where we want to go to. And until the day that we kill this thinking of us being Muslim, or this one being Christian, or this one being Southerner, this one being Northerner, there is no way we will have a headway for prosperity. Prosperity will start when we forgive ourselves. Prosperity will start when we unite ourselves, and prosperity will come to us when we have peace and justice. That's the only way we can get the country that we want. So if our feelings is about all the time holding to our tribe, holding to our religion, then we don't understand where Nigeria is going to. And as a young Nigerian, I will keep calling and talking to my own mate to still exercise patience. Let's give a chance. Let's keep on changing them. If the only punishment you give a politician is to ask the PDP, they will tell you the truth, is to vote them out. Now let me tell you, don't take them to prison. Don't take them to EFCC and ICPC. If you are not happy and you are not satisfied with government, the day that politicians feel and okay it, that yes, Nigerian voters have come to their senses, and they only vote people based on competence in a agenda. People will confidently, the good people among us will start going to the smaller parties to contest and win election, because we are the structure. It's not the parties that create the structure, it's the people that create the structure. So this is what we want to prove to Nigerians by 2023. If we do this thing, then nobody will bring another Tozik ticket again. In the history of Nigeria, they will make reference to 2023. They said when those people, when APC as a sitting party brought a Tozik ticket, this is how Nigerians, Muslims and Christians, came together to make sure that they take out that Tozik ticket. Okay. And also, yes, for us to not to feel sensitive of the Christian that are among us, we now feel in PDP, we have to continue. After Atiku protested against Jonathan, saying Jonathan has taken the chance of the Northerners. That's what he said. And he moved from that party with the support of other governors, and they removed Jonathan, who is even a sitting governor. Today it has come as a standard on his own party to say, okay, we are now having a Muslim ticket. As a statement, an elder statement, let me see how I'm going to make a process to bring one of the most competent Christian from the south to now take the ticket for the PDP. But he didn't, he refused to, and he took the ticket on himself. You know what he said? He said that they are not, Buhari has done in APC, so he's talking about only PDP. So my fear is that, what if after Atiku's 8 years as a northerner, APC or another party now bring a very powerful candidate from the north? And he said, no, I'm a Labour Party. I'm not APC, where Buhari ruled for 8 years. I'm not PDP, where Buhari ruled for, where Atiku ruled for 8 years. I'm a Labour. I'm from Sokoto. So don't count this years as part of my years. I'm going to come and contest, and then I'm down taking Nigerians. Maybe is the new party that everybody wants to. We are not doing justice to ourselves. These are some of these things I said. They are toxic. We should not allow them to go. We should not allow them to take place. We are not matured enough to reach that level that we're supposed to reach. They will come when competence has taken over all these things. Nepotism has died. Corruption has gone very low. Then at that moment, then we started to see president coming, irrespective of what part of the country he is coming. But now, as we talk, it's very sensitive because of what is happening in Kaduna. It's very sensitive because of what we have seen in the what they call them appointment in the country. One section of the country is feeling that all appointments are coming from one direction. So we have to come and rearrange these abnormalities, and also have a national orientation agency that will now talk to us, talk to our religious leaders, talk to our traditional leaders, put us together, make us that we have one direction. Then we reach a level where we mature to be like USA and other countries, that anybody can become president irrespective of what part of the country. And they did it in US. That's why they brought in Obama that time, so that they can kill that idea that this section of the country cannot become president. So this time around, just like the way America did with Obama, that's what we are trying to do with Obi, so that nobody will feel that because he is from another part of the country, or from because of the history of what happened during during some years back will stop somebody from now becoming the next president. So that's what we want to do. So as we did, as US did to heal themselves,
yes,
we are going to do the same thing to heal ourselves too.
Okay. Well, I think let me go back to our listeners and viewers to open line for your contribution on this topic. Traditionally, the lines are 08145687335, 08145687335, and we have 09065143699, 09065143699. I think we have somebody on line already. Hello? Hello? Please reduce the volume of your set. Reduce the volume. Hello, good morning. Reduce the volume of your set.
Alright, reduce it. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm calling from Kaduna, Mrs. Kwamo Yeka.
Okay, go ahead and make your contribution.
Honestly, I really enjoyed the whole talk show this morning. So if Nigeria will really understand one thing, there is no need for being tribalistic or whatsoever. We have already said it. This election, it's not for saying, it's not saying we say this tribe or not this tribe. What we want is the way forward for Nigerians.
Yes.
We Nigerians, we the communities are not suffering, and it's just obvious that everybody is feeling it now. So I don't know how we will think, I was just enjoying this man in short. I think this one is just playing my mind. What I want to say.
Yes.
We are not saying this tribe or this tribe. I'm not even about Peter. Even another person came out as the president. In as much as you do, he has a better manifesto and he will do better than all those people who are sick. We'll still vote him in. They're not minded to try. So this man, and he's having a good plan. Why can't you put him in? So I think honestly we really need to do good about this thing to put this man in, and because he has a better system for us. Forget about Igbos are in our, and in my village we have outcasts there. We live together as one. But I don't know if because you are not there you will not understand. Honestly, his manifesto is okay. Let us try and put him in and let us try him. Let's see whether he has a better plans for Nigerians. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, who is on the line?
Okay, my name is Bernard.
Calling from where?
Yeah, I'm calling from Abuja.
Go ahead, Mr. Bennett, and make your...
Okay, I want to really appreciate the young man there who commented today. For all he has said, he has made a point in such a way that the Northerners who have been deceived over the years by their elite, that this is our this is our that, they should understand that all these big men, so-called big men, they have sent their children to abroad, brought them and picked them in the right place in leadership and even in the governance. But the poor ones are being sent to the mosque to continue to be carrying plates around the street, begging and turning their service to terrorists. It is time for them to wake up now and make a Nigeria that works for them and for us. Because even the percentage of poverty is very in the north and very clearly before every one of them. But in the south, they are not facing it. If one person dies in the south, everyone will be shouting as if they kill billions. But they are killing hundreds and hundreds every single day in every village. And nobody is saying anything. They are rejoicing and saying it is God's pen and God has taken. It is wrong for someone to be killing millions and thousands every day and somebody is smiling. Okay. And they are even proposing to bring another person who does not even have a plan of sustaining them. Look at somebody like Atiku that they want to cross. A man that has caused unity and is about to do more. Tell my party, is he coming to be a president of PDP? Or somebody like Meloko? Is he coming to be a president of Meloko, my own son? Yes, his party has given him his own son, but he's not qualified to be a president of Nigeria because he does not have a background and he can tell anybody this is who I am, this is where I come from, this is my age. He's a man without identity. So we need a man who is doing the ta-ta-ta and who has the knowledge, who has the energy and more competence. And that person is no longer no other person that was the president coming from Labour Party. Labour Party does not belong to anybody, it belongs to Nigeria. And the youth who are ready to have a new life. And that is what we want. So anybody that does not want to subscribe to that, I'm not a member of Labour Party and I will never be a member. But I will support a man who has the strength, the capacity, and all it takes to make a nation. And that is the Labour Party. And after him, in 8 days' time, if there's no other person coming from that same party that has a competent will migrate, even to Aqua Party, even to APC.
Very well.
The fact that is ready to keep Nigeria. We can't believe in all these elites who have stolen Nigeria and still telling us we have 2 parties instead. That will die in 2023 and we are still for it. If they want Nigeria to exist, we work with them to exist. If they don't want it to exist, we work with them to take this Nigeria to where it's supposed to be. But all we know is Nigeria must be all one and working for all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Well, what a beautiful observation, you know, by the caller. I think somebody is online. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello. Good morning. Yes, good morning. Reduce the volume of your set. Good morning.
How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you. Who is on the line?
My name is from Taraba State.
Okay, we are with you. How is Taraba?
Taraba is fine, sir.
That's good. Go ahead.
The man that said, he said, I'm very close to the young man. I congratulate the young man because there's a youth. They are tired. They are tired. We don't vote party. We vote character. The one that will come and solve the problem of nothing. Know that every masses should be crying up and down. And we youth, we will have to vote. To forget past to the past. What happened to about 10 years back? We don't think it has been convinced to vote. Then we are ready to vote with our own. Let him come on. What I will advise the youth, everybody should start to think this thing so that this one will come and solve our problem. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I the one I talked to very well.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you that contribution. Like I said, the numbers to call for contribution are 08145. Well, somebody is on the line already. Hello? Hello? Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning.
Yes, who is on the line?
You are speaking with Mr. Paul Adam from Adamawa State.
Wow, Mr. Paul, go ahead and make your input.
I want to congratulate the young man.
That's right.
Yeah, may God really bless you for that, for these powerful ideas. Nigeria needs people like you. And God will continue to give you the grace. What you are doing over there, we are doing the same thing here in Adamawa State.
Thank you.
That's right.
To make sure that Peter Obi has come to the power and Nigeria has become one.
That's right.
Yeah, God will continue to give you more grace.
Yes. Thank you very much.
More grace to your elbow, sir. Thank you, may God bless you.
Okay, thank you. That's right. Hello? Hello? Okay. Well, I don't know if you make a little comment before we receive any call again. Okay, I think there is one online. Hello? Two at the same time. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
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 Hello, good morning.
Good morning, I'm calling from Bauchi.
Wow. Go ahead and make your input, please.
Just I'm seeking answer.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Just one problem,
Oh God. Unfortunately, the line went off. Hello?
Hello? Hello, sir.
Yes, hello.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. How work, sir?
Fine, thank you. Who is on the line and from where are you calling?
I'm calling from, yes, I'm Harun. I'm calling from Kaduna.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Haruna, and make your input.
In fact, what this young man is saying the right thing. We should forget about the issue of this is northern, this is this side. No, what we need, we have suffered enough. And we want somebody that will come and liberate Nigeria. My prayer for this young man that is campaigning, that God will bless him.
Amen.
And God will give him focus more so that Peter Obi will come to a president. Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir.
Thank you, that's right. That's right. Well, I think we'll wait for a last caller because we are almost running out of time. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes. Who is on the line?
It's Tuakidaga on the line.
From where?
From Bauchi.
Wow. Go ahead and make your input.
I appreciate the program today.
That's right.
And I believe with the thing I see in this Labour Party, Nigeria will be great again.
This is it.
And I appreciate the visitor that came for the program.
That's right.
That God will come to guide him and protect him. And anywhere he go, let him continue with this his things.
Advocacy, this is.
And let him give the right lectures to other people here in the north.
Thank you very much.
The thing that we lack
That's
in
right.
the northern Nigeria.
This is it.
I came from Bauchi, but I discovered we have the sense of going back and slow in making this Nigeria great. The tribalism or religion or region have overshadowed us. And I love that everybody should continue to come together so that Labour Party will be the best that will make this country great.
That's right.
May God help each and everyone that is supporting this country to be one so that Nigeria will become the greatest in Africa.
Thank you very much.
God bless you all.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We appreciate. Like I said, we'll just wait for a caller and then we you see the two. Let me go here. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yes, I'm from Plateau State.
Okay. What is the name, please?
The name is Longji David.
Okay. Go ahead and make your contribution. We are almost out of time.
Well, I appreciate the Alhaji Ibrahim.
Yes.
That's right.
Abdul Karim.
Yes.
This man is a real Nigerian. Because the way he speaks the mind of Nigeria. Because we want to be one. Not religion will divide us. Mr. Alhaji Ibrahim.
Thank you, sir.
We are praying that one day you will become a president of Nigeria because what came out from your mouth, you are a real man of God.
Yes.
And real man of Nigeria.
That's right.
These the people that we want.
That's right. Well,
God bless you.
thank you very much. You are running. Okay.
And since I want to advise you to speak to our people in the north.
It's okay. Thank you very much. We are already out
We are
of.
fighting ourselves. We are not fighting anybody. We are not helping anybody.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. That's right. That's right. Well, unfortunately, this is where we are going to draw the curtain of this program. I'm sure in the last 1 hour, you had Alhaji Ibrahim Hussaini Abdul Karim, Director General, Big Tent in Nigeria, who spoke elaborate on the party, Labour Party. And of course, he exposed the concept, the blueprint of the party, you know, for Nigerians, particularly the young ones, to understand. It is with this, I think we come to the end of this program. I remain yours, Balar Bala Zaria, thanking you for listening.